So this is the second card we're going to do, this little Santa on the roof scene. So we're going to watercolor this one. So we are going to need to use our archival ink as well. I have it set up on, I have the stamp set up on my acrylic block. I rub the ink over it first and then tap, making sure that it's good and wet. And you'll notice that the papers that I'm stamping on are bigger than the final size. I typically stamp on bigger pieces and then cut them down once I'm done coloring my image. That way, if I have it a little bit crooked or whatnot, I can trim it, square it off, that sort of thing. So I've got my image stamped. I'm going to let it dry. One thing to note, because I'm watercoloring, this is watercolor paper. You don't watercolor on regular cardstock. It's not meant for that, and it's going to bubble. You need to do watercoloring on watercolor paper. The other thing is I am using Distress ink refills to do my watercoloring with. I have them in these palettes. I have all the Distress pads, and so therefore I have all the re-inkers anyways, and I really like watercoloring with them because the colors are really quite vibrant, and I can control how bright or how pale I want each one of the colors. Now, if you don't have these, you can use any other dye re-inker that will work. You could use watercolor pencils, you could use a watercolor palette, watercolor crayons. Anything meant for watercoloring will absolutely work with this card. We'll see you in the next one where we're starting to watercolor.